Well, good afternoon, New York. Good morning down here. Welcome to Wednesday. It's Hump Day, folks. I don't know why they call it Hump Day. I guess they assume that a 7 point day, you go up for three and you come down for three, so the middle must be Hump Day, right? Okay, we got that done. One of the articles I read might have been yesterday, might have been Sunday, might have been I don't know when. Says that Trump is going around telling lies that he told 8 years ago. You know, he does believe that if he says something long enough, people will believe it. You know, with his followers, you just have to whisper it and they believe it because they're just desperate for some sort of direction in their lives. And I think that's a lot of it. They want direction. They don't want to be able to make choices. They want choices made for them. And they think Trump can do it. And that's fine, you know, but he's not making choices for me. And if he does, well, I'll end up in jail probably. But that's a story for another day. See what happens first, all right? Now, I don't know how he gets away with that. I've read several articles recently where this is showing up like on Mastodon Universitydon and Mastodon Social. People are making statements about his sanity. They believe that he is suffering some sort of form of dementia. Well, I think anybody at our age suffers a little bit of dementia, but I don't have problems speaking. I have problems remembering what the hell I was talking about. But apparently he has vocal problems that show up in the various forms, so when he's talking, which I've never really, he never really made sense to me when he was talking. He's always going off on different directions, whatever seems to strike his mind, which is what I do. But I have an excuse. I'm old. He's crazy. There was another article that brought back the subject of his body odor. I've heard it akin to a dirty diaper. So it's hard for people to be in the same room with him. I've heard. You see these stories, and I don't know whether that's just somebody who's really genuinely pissed off at him and is making shit up, or if that's really the truth. I have no idea. I don't know what what do you do about that, But he's still, apparently he's out there ranting and raving about stuff that happened, I don't understand when the definition of insanity is him talking about the 2020 election. I won that election. No, you didn't. It was fixed. No, it wasn't. It's been proven. Right now, the only attempt to fix an election in the coming election is you and your minions in Georgia and Arizona and a few other states where you're trying to fix the election. And if you win a fixed election, well, then I just suppose somebody's going to have to remove you from office some other way. But we'll see what happens there. Won't be me. Let's see. What else have we got to talk about? Yeah, that's going back to Georgia and Arizona, where they're saying that the race is so tight. And you see a lot of articles about this. 300 million people voting, and it could come down to a few votes. And they're looking at Georgia and Arizona, where Trump is leading in Arizona, and he's failing in, or he's tied very close to in Georgia. And Georgia's the one where he's got all the election board fixed, So that's just something that's going on, I don't know what that's going to lead to. Again, it's, who knows. You got the Justice Thomas's wife going around and trying to support not support. Well, she's supporting the move to block the ethics policy that people are demanding that the Supreme Court adopt some sort of ethics policy. Well, of course, she's got no ethics. You know, you do that, she's, you know, what good? That's then her husband has to quit because it's not a good job anymore because he's got no benefits. He can't steal anything. He can't get all the presents and everything he's got. You know, he goes back to living a middle income life, which I don't think he wants. Now, Clarence should never have been elected to the Supreme Court. There were issues way back when he was coming up for the hearings and whatnot. He shouldn't have gotten it in, you know, but things didn't go the way they were supposed to. I don't think there was any fix put in back then. It's just the way that the demographics were at the time, you know. I think they needed a black judge on there, and they were, you know, and he was the one they picked. Of course, it was wrong because he's everything a black judge shouldn't be. He's crooked, you know, as the day is long. You know, a black judge should be honest and fair, and he's not. There's a talk about, you know, what they're going to do to reorganize the Supreme Court if Kamala and the Democrats win their elections. Well, I think that somehow or another you appointing these justices for life sort of I don't know, you either put a mandatory retirement age in or something, because you've got people that are just there for that whole influence over it for way too long, you know. And whether they be conservative or liberal, they're not playing fair at times, you know, and that's something we have to take care of. That's an issue along with the presidency, you know. All right, let's see what else is happening in the world. We'll go over here. We tap this little key here, and we see what we have over here. You know, Trump's got all kinds of indictments and stuff still against him. He is a convicted felon, yet he's still able to go around and spread lies and everything like that, you know. People from the 30s and 40s said Al Capone was bad. Wow, you know. Al Capone did it in Chicago. This asshole's doing it nationwide. Oops. Looks like some weather's rolling in out there. All right, we'll see what happens. I don't want to read the article, but there is an article here. I'll give you the headline. Kamala Harris is spending her campaign cash in ways Trump would never consider. Yeah, and that's probably true because she's spending it on campaigning as opposed to paying his legal bills, which is what he does. J.D. Vance's media blitz isn't working. Well, J.D. Vance I don't know, he's just not an appealing character, you know. I don't know why he was picked, but he's just not an appealing character. I'm still thinking that they're going to try to delay this election somehow or another by waiting to the last minute, and Trump has a complete breakdown or something, and they have to either wait for him to come out of it or, you know, do something. I don't know. I'm still waiting for something that I don't know whether it will happen or not, but I am. Looks like I'm some sort of watchdog person that's making the case for kicking Judge Eileen Cannon off the Trump classified documents case. Again, people, ask him why. Okay? What was he going to do with those documents? That's what I want to know. I think that's where the treason factor will come in, you know? Who the hell is Elliot Page? Okay. Oh, Elliot Page and others support trans rights and Supreme Court challenge of Tennessee law. I go along with that. I support people's rights to choose what they want to be and do what they want to. You know, my wife doesn't like them. They think there's disgusting people. I said, well, you know, you do have a cousin, that nephew or something like that is very, very gay, and you like him. So I don't know. People are very selective in their hatred of things. You know, have you ever noticed that? You know, they'll say they hate this, but they'll like this person, you know, because it's a relative or it's a nice person, whatever, you know. So, oh, what's this? Trump is treating his evangelical base like fools. His abortion flip-flop is proof. Let me tell you, he considers all his following to be fools. He has no respect for them at all, and that's where the really stupid part of them voting for him comes in. You know, he doesn't care about them. You know, they think he's going to do these wonderful things, and I got a pretty good idea he's not going to do anything wonderful. You know. And here's one of the headlines that I was talking about. And this is from MSNBC, Decision 24. Trump's deteriorating ability to clearly communicate raises questions. Now, I'm seeing a lot of articles about this, you know. They'll show you a clip, and on Midas Touch or something like that. And I don't know, because they're just showing a tiny little bit of this, or whatever went on that day, that I don't know whether he's screwing around or if that's really something that happened to him, you know. It's kind of you know. Trump is just such an idiot. I mean, he doesn't know what he supports and what he doesn't support, and I don't know what they're going to do with him. Like I said, I know that they probably have a plan in place to remove him from office right after he gets elected. You know, and I think that that's the reason they're running him right now, is because they believe he can win. And I don't know how you get that to where nobody likes him. I mean, he's got a favorability rating somewhere near. He's an asshole. I don't like him. You know. I don't understand how that's going to help him down the road. You know. Get elected. I don't understand why people, if they don't like him, why are they voting for him? Well, they like his policies. They're not his. There's some idiot sitting named Luther or Thiel, or I forgot the other guy's name. But Musk is in there, you know. And then did you see yesterday's quote I put up where Orbán, the totalitarian leader of Hungary, says he's had influences. His influences in Donald Trump's plans for us. You've got to be kidding me, man. And you still want to vote for him. So they're saying that Trump is policy right now in order to win. Because he's trying to make Kamala Harris be hated. You know, I'm not going to tell you I'm madly in love with Kamala, but compared to Donald Trump, she's an angel, you know. Which is, I guess, you know, I don't know what you want to call it. But I like her. I think she's anything that would have been better. I liked Joe Biden. Don't get me wrong, but Biden, I don't think was up for the job. And I don't think he'll live another 4 years. I hope he does. I hope it isn't in a wheelchair with his drooling all over the place, you know. But huh. Pope seems to be okay. Okay, USA's. Oh, it's Paralympics. Yeah, that's a great thing to do. You know, that was Evelyn Kennedy's deal, the Paralympics. I don't know whether you remember that. She was really, 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 really into it, and did a lot of promotions for it. I don't know whether I don't think I ever worked at Paralympics. I think I tried to one year or something, but I couldn't figure out what to do. Something like that, or I just got drunk and didn't do it. That goes with the days where I didn't much. Trump and Harris haven't released recent medical records. Trump campaign has to stop using Isaac Hayes' song after a lawsuit. Waltz made a stop at the Minnesota State Fair. Israeli strikes continue in Gaza as Netanyahu faces rising fury. Father of a captive says death of 6 Israeli hostages never had to happen. And Money Watch price tracker shows how much food, utility, housing costs are rising. They're putting up maps about the western United States. A lot of wildfires out there. Down here we have blockades on the highways, so nothing's moving for food and stuff like that isn't getting through. So, you know, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. They do that every couple of years. You know, this time of year. What's this? Breaking news. Casualties reported in shooting at Georgia High School and suspect in custody. Oh, there it is. They're all standing outside the school and everything. The evacuation. Brian May, the guitarist from Queen, says he had a minor stroke, which is going to prevent him from playing for a while. Those guys, with what the music being so close to them, and a lot of the drug activity that was involved back in the early days of their successes and whatnot. It's amazing that more of these guys don't suffer strokes or some other mental I guess it's because maybe the stuff that they reported, the ones that survived it didn't do it, Car crashes in a couple's homes with their dogs. Crashes as a couple relaxes with their dogs. There you go. I'm just trying to. Is the Democratic Party a strong party? I have no idea. They are a free party. They are not subjected to their leadership is much better. I don't know whether it tells you they're stronger, but three off a shot. A man arrested at the Trump rally wanted to protest Trump. That used to happen in his first year running. He would have people thrown out of his rallies and whatnot because they disagreed with him. You know, you're not allowed to disagree with Trump. You know that's you go in. That's why he gets kind of like a little crazy in the debates because you can't. You can't disagree with the guy because, you know, he just gets wacky. Wow, I've overstayed my welcome. All right, listen, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow.